Dodge this.
Update on the chicken ranch. Everybody has been interested in knowing how the chickens are going. So I'm going to show you the completed chicken coop. So this part is the old original chicken coop. This is the addition that I built to it. Yes, I know the plywood's bubbling. It's old plywood. So some of it's sealed off, and as it bubbles out a little bit, I'm just going to scrape it and repaint it. But never let good wood go to waste. So this is the inside. I have their nesting boxes covered right now with cardboard, so because they're not ready to lay eggs yet, and I don't want them going in and making a mess, pooping and peeing in here, because they will. So this keeps them out of there. But their nesting boxes are 6 milk crates. They say you need like 1 box for every 3 to 5 chickens. I have 14 chickens, 6 boxes, so more than enough. Here's the inside. Just put fresh hay down in here. They got 2 roosting bars. There's a vent there at the top. You can just about see it right back here. There's a vent on the bottom. There's another vent on the bottom of the underneath. And then of course they have the peak vent. And in the center of the peak, this is the back wall of the old chicken coop. I cut a hole in it and then built this frame off of it. There's 2 heat lamps in here. Only one of them I keep on. I keep a red light on for them at night because they like the red light. 2 for during the winter, but I only need 1 for right now. There's a power strip that's up there with a timer for the light, and then I have a fan plugged into a separate outlet on the power strip. And that fan runs 24/7, dragging the air through, and it blows it out this back peak here at the top. There's fans on medium, and it's got decent airflow coming out. During the summer, I'll probably keep it on high. But you can see they're super happy. They love their new chicken condo. Come in here for a second. Hi, ladies. And that's our rooster, Corona. Say hi, Corona. We ended up getting 1 rooster. That's cool. He grew up with the hens, so it's a lot better than introducing a strange bird, in my opinion, and in many others' opinions. So there's their waterer. I took a cat litter bucket and turned it into a automatic waterer. I have a whole separate video about it. I'll put the link to that video in the description. Here's their feeders. That was also in a separate video. You can see Corona chowing. Keeps them very clean. So like I just cleaned their hay and everything. And you can see there's no poop or anything in their food. There's barely even 1 or 2 small pieces of hay up in there. Same thing with the water. The cups really don't get too dirty, and I clean them out. They're a little yucky right now. I gotta clean them out. I haven't done those yet. But they work perfectly, just as I had hoped. It's their little feeding spot in here, and they love it. They'll roost. Chickens will roost on anything they can fly up on. They like having the door up. They like to roost up there. And this stays open during the day, and then at night we come in and just lock off the bottom. And the run sits up against the front doors there, so nothing's going to get in. And we leave this open during the day so they can run in and out. And you can see they are some very, very happy chickens. What's up, Corona? Looking very roosterish on me. What up, yo? I got 2 more roosting bars there. And then up here is my... Excuse me, girls. Up here is the... As I fall, getting into the chicken coop. The wiring. And the fan. I use zip ties because if you got to remove something, it's easier just to cut the zip ties and move it than it is to have to unbolt stuff and have holes and everything. Don't get too close to that back door. What are you doing? With your big puffy cheeks, huh? You happy with your new hay in here? I bet you are. Where's your sister? Where's Hooper? Hooper's out there. Hooper's a salmon faverol. She's like that yellow one right there, except her feathers are super, super dark. And we named her Hooper. They all have interesting names. Hooper is named... Oh, Hooper's over there. All the way over there. Hooper's named after the Burt Reynolds character in the movie Hooper. He's an aging stuntman with like bad knees. And he did the movie with... what the hell's his name? The guy from Airwolf. He was super young back then. Now I can't remember his name. But the movie came out in like the late 70s, early 80s. Anyway, Hooper is our resident stunt chicken. She's bricked it into the out of the brooder when she flies into things. Sometimes she hits shit. She's just a klutz. She cut her foot. She was the first one to get a cut. So, Hooper. Yeah, they all have personalities. That's Poe. Hi, Posey. There's Corona. That's Freedom. First one to figure shit out. I don't know where Heisenberg is. Heisenberg is somewhere out there. Heisenberg is over there. That's Heisenberg. And then there's Rodan. Oh, ladies, you're all so happy. That's C's. They're all very happy chickens. Happy chickens. So, here's your happy chicken update. Oh, wait, I gotta show. I forgot. There's one more thing I gotta show. So the cinder blocks on the outside are to prevent anything from being able to dig in underneath, the ground. Aside from where I built that foundation, you can see the ground that the coop itself sits on. That's on that foundation that I dug with all the cinder blocks. That's why it's so level. Out here the ground varies, so just to make sure nothing can dig underneath there. Zip tied some bamboo sticks up in there so they have some perches out there. But this is a tarp I just roughly threw over and tied down real quick to cover the gap in between where this tent is and the front of the coop is. So the tent keeps most of the rainwater out, but as you can see, because I haven't changed the hay in here, it gets wet right in here just a little bit and over in this corner. And then it'll get wet over here in the front because of the water dripping off the tent. But now their entranceway coming in and out is dry, so it doesn't get the rain. There's about a 6-inch gap in between this tent and the peak of that roof right there, just because of the way the tent is made. It's a slant-legged tent, so you work with what you got. So I just threw a tarp over top of it, and that allows the rainwater to run off the pitch on either side, and it keeps it from getting their entranceway soaked. And there's your happy chicken update. And you can see they're very happy chickens. I gotta get ready to change the hay out here and clean this up for them. The hay in the coop was a little bit dirtier. I could probably leave the stuff on the run for another day, maybe. But the stuff in there was filthy. It needed to be cleaned. Love you, ladies. It's Freedom. What's up, Freedom? Biggest chicken in here. First one to do everything, too. Yep. Even in the rain, they're hanging out in the run. So they're protected enough between the tent and the tarp. They are so happy right now to be playing in the dirt and taking dirt baths. Such little nuggets. And I don't mean chicken nuggets, as in, chicken tenders. I just mean little nuggets of joy. Happy chickens. Aw. She's falling asleep sideways. Oh, my little feathered nerds. I love you, ladies. And sir. Mr. Corona. Yes, our rooster's name is Corona. You know, crown. Like a king. And because we got them in the middle of a pandemic.
Look, what you're dealing with now is a case of tyrannical power. The kind of power that could bring 2 buildings down in an hour and knock a third one down to the ground by the afternoon. Give you no answers, but tell you the movie's coming out soon. And then tell you some Arabs that just finished cutting the boxes and decided to take some planes full of passengers hostage.